What's good, folks? It's KnightmareFrame here with a new Warframe video coming at you with the top 5 shotguns currently, because you never know when a new shotgun will come out and completely dominate. For example, a prime version of that said shotgun. After the changes to status effects and status cap, shotguns became more devastating. Some took a hard hit, but some prevailed and became stronger. Now, if you go to the upgrade section of your guns, you have a multi-shot counter. This will determine your pellet count, and each pellet has their own status chance. So the status chance percentage is the probability for each individual pellet to proc a status effect. This saw a nerf and a buff to some shotguns, and with the changes to impact procs and high status weapons, this brought down some of the greats. Before I start, I will showcase these weapons in simulacrum against level 170 heavy units. While I'm invulnerable, because this is a weapon showcase and not a Warframe one, it will show how the weapon performs without any interruptions, and all the builds here will be without any Ravens or Sentinel stat stick boosts. So without any further ado, let's start off at number 5. The phage. Okay, this is an odd one, but it's a shotgun, and not your ordinary one. It's a beam shotgun that has innate viral, so you can have this weapon deal 3 elemental damage types at once. It doesn't have the best crits, but decent stats overall. It shoots out tendrils that spread out and deal damage, but if you aim down sights, the tendrils will converge to the center and deal concentrated damage, so you want to be aiming down sights a lot more with this weapon. Taking a look at the build, I have primed point blank for the increase in raw damage, blunderbuss for the crit chance, and primed ravage for the critical multiplier. Hell's chamber for the multi-shot, this increases the tendrils it shoots out, and I went for the corrosive and heat combo with the 3 dual stat mods. And finally, shotgun spaz for the fire rate, as beam weapons greatly benefit from fire rate to ramp up their damage. Alright, moving to number 4, the Kuva Dracoon. This is the Kuva Lich variant of the Dracoon, with an overall stat boost increase with crits and status chance. This is another odd shotgun where you charge to shoot, so you can do quick releases, but the damage will be horrible. So it's better off to charge your shot to deal the optimal damage. And since this is a Kuva Lich weapon, you can have different types of elements. Mine has bonus toxin, and also having bonus heat is a great addition. Taking a look at the build, I have the go-to for damage, crits, and multi-shot, with a slight change with elements. I have viral in this case, running 190% and 160-60 to make viral. Vigilante armaments for the increase in multi-shot, and being part of the Vigilante set, it increases my crits on primaries. And finally, Hunter munitions. This mod has a 30% chance to force bleeds when you crits. Simple yet deadly. And now at number 3, the almighty Vacor Heck. This is the Syndicate variant of the Heck. You can grab this shotgun from the Steel Meridian Syndicate, or just buy it off other players. The weapon has decent stats and hits hard. The build is very simple, the go-to base mods for shotguns, but I went with 290% elementals to make viral. And Blaze provides raw damage and heat, so I've got a viral and heat combo on this weapon. And finally, Hunter munitions for the bleeds when critting. Another simple yet deadly build. And now for another heavy hitter. We have the Corinth at number 2, a pump action shotgun. Fast reload after every shot. The only downtime that you'll have with the shotgun is the fire rate, and it also has 2 fire modes, the primary fire mode and the long range air burst grenade launcher that barely does any damage, but it's great for level 20s though. Let's take a look at the build for the primary fire. This one is heavy in damage and crits. For the elements, I went corrosive and heat on this one, using prime charge shell and contagious spread for corrosive. And to top it off, Blaze and Hunter munitions. This weapon hits so damn hard. It's so satisfying when it shoots, especially the sound effects, very well designed. It will one-shot everything in the Star Shard and Lich missions. The only downside is that it has a low fire rate and magazine. Alright, sitting at number 1, the Kuva Comb. This is the Kuva Lich variant of the Comb shotgun. It's an automatic shotgun that ramps up in fire rates, decent crits, high status. The only downside to this version of the Comb is that it has lower fall off range, but that can be easily fixed with an Exilus mod. And since this is a Kuva weapon, My base element is heat, so it's a heat Kuva comb. Taking a look at the build, the go-to damage, crit, multi-shot mods, fire rate for the faster ramp up, running prime charge shell, and toxic barrage to form corrosive. I want heavy corrosive damage on this weapon and vigilante armaments for the multi-shot and crits. And in the X-list, I got fatal acceleration for the increase in fall-off range. As you can see, this is such a destructive shotgun. The only downside to this weapon is that it can run out of ammo pretty quick. That's if you're not careful, so try to bring yourself a carrier. Also, to increase the damage and crits of all these shotguns, you can run a Sentinel stat stick. What a Sentinel stat stick is just a regular primary Sentinel weapon that can equip the rest of the vigilante mods that are not being used. This is just to boost the set bonus, nothing more. And I'm sorry that I didn't put your shotgun in here because there are some great shotguns out there like the Strun Wraith, Astilla, and the Sobek, but the impact procs really hurt these weapons. And no, the Tigress isn't one of those greats. Having 2 shots isn't for me, it's way too slow for this fast-paced game. Anyway, I know I've triggered a lot of people, but this is my list, so deal with it. And for those who've enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe. For more Warframe content, streams, and so much more, do refer to the description. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.